The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Oh, fuck me. I left the skeleton up again. Alright, so let's say you went to another dimension, right? Where all of the,
Yeah.
where all the genders are flipped. Okay? And
I
and
think I
and
know
there
where
was
you're
a
going with this already.
and there was a girl version of yourself. And
Yeah.
she's right up your alley. She's stunning. Would you try and smash?
I find it hard to believe that I would be stunning in another reality. I think I'd be too self-conscious for that.
You wouldn't try and smash cuz like your other self would understand. Like if anyone's going to understand, it's like
No, I think I'd be honestly terrified of myself cuz I know myself too well. I would find myself annoying.
wow, Jesus. I thought you were about to say I know that I'm evil,
I
that I'm
think
a very harsh,
no.
strict
I think
man.
the feeling would be very mutual. I think we would both be like, this is very fucking weird, and like, I don't think like we should be, like, reality should not be intersecting like this.
I love how yesterday you were like, "Oh, I've got a lot to offer. I'm a cool guy," and today you're like, "I wouldn't smash my alternate reality self because it'd be annoying." I mean, let's also just.
But I mean,
All right, so
you know,
Delaney. Her name
goes.
is Delaney.
Delaney.
We could
Well,
be going.
my name was gonna be Dakota if I was a girl. My parents told me that.
Well, now it's Delaney. All right, they don't get to
Okay.
fucking decide these things. But
My parents don't get to decide. Sorry.
there's no saying that like this is necessarily going to be like a direct translation of you. It could be like Ratchet and Clank logic. You know, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Rivet is like Ratchet's alternate universe self, effectively.
Okay.
Wait, have you played that game?
No.
Fuck, shouldn't have said that.
Like I know. I mean, I've figured enough about it. Like I've heard friends talk about it. I've seen trailers. Like I figured since it was a dimension thing.
I mean, isn't Blaze like the Soul Dimension's
She's
equivalent to
Sonic.
Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's almost like a Sonic and Knuckles at the same time.
My housemate Dom said he wouldn't try and smash. So he was all like, "Oh, it's self-obsessed," but I'm like, I don't know. Like, they're literally from another dimension. That's about as far from incest as it can get.
Man, I don't know. It's like completely science fiction, so I have no way of like understanding the topic. I have no way of like confirming or denying this.
I'd give it a shot. If she was hot, I'd give it a go. Best part is
That's what I'm saying though. But like, I
probably
don't
say
think
yes.
like
Probably on my wavelength.
if it's an exact duplicate of yourself, I assume you would.
No,
be
it's
on
not.
The same
It's not an
wavelength. That's what I'm
exact.
saying.
It's not an exact duplicate. She's a girl, and she's.
You said that that's what they would be. They would be an exact duplicate.
No. Okay. So she's an exact duplicate, but she's a sexy lady.
But it's not me. It's not
Well,
gonna be
no.
me.
It is you. It's just.
I wouldn't be hot.
No. Okay. It's in a. Okay. It's in a dimension where everyone is hot. Okay. So it's a dimension where all the
Then
men
I'd
are
be,
women.
like, extremely self-conscious because I'm the ugly one. Like it's confirmed that I'm the ugly one.
Yeah, but it wouldn't really matter because you'd be getting just a chance to smash this holy hot
No, okay.
fucking. Okay, so
All right.
she might
Welcome
not be.
to Sunset City, everybody.
Oh, okay, we're doing this
Classic
now.
modern podcast for the Sonic age or whatever.
Close enough.
I'm Dylan. In
Hi, Dylan.
this current reality, and I'm also here with my friend Channel Pup.
I mean, I would. Like if again, she would like going based on myself. She'd be mid, maybe a little below mid by the standards of her dimension. But like, if it's a dimension where everyone's hot, like I'm still, getting some smash. Like I don't know.
All right. And you're Channel Pup, correct?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I am. Or she
That's Channel
is.
Pup, everybody.
She's Channel Papella. Papaya. I don't know.
Fuck. She have. Never mind. Whatever. Welcome
Channel-
everybody to the stream. Hope
Channel
you're all
bitch.
doing well.
Because that's a
Welcome
woman
to-
dog.
Welcome to Sunset City, where we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. See, there's a little bit of Sonic in there. Hope you guys are doing well, and just wanted to do our housekeeping things like we typically do. Just wanted to say, super chats, if you send them in, we are very, very appreciative, and they will be read out at the end of the stream. And we also have a Patreon, which gives you access to the Discord and allows you to get in on call-in time when we are on the stream, and you can call in and talk to us for a bit.
Want to take
I
a quick
believe
look at the fish tank?
The fish tank? Is it
Yeah.
already open?
Twitch. No, just the fish tank. Twitch.
Oh, the Twitch. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I just
Ooh.
forget to have that open.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll see how Twitch is going.
Hey, Twitch folks. Got K. Charles Champ in there.
Sunset City podcast. Oh, I'm not following. Okay.
You wouldn't.
Let's see.
We got.
We have one person over on Twitch, K. Charles Champ, watching with my dog. Hell yeah.
We got Stream Elements in the chat. That's awesome. Hi, Stream Elements.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Would you play Smash Bros with them, or would you have the second? Oh yeah, no. Okay, let's back on the other thing. Okay, closing the fish tank. Thank you.
So
hope you guys are doing well yet again, and here we are.
Frank and Trey.
Both unable to be here today. Unfortunately,
Frank had to go to the doctor for a rotten cock.
He's going to the vet with his chicken. Yeah.
And Trey's just a fucking racist. So
that's not true.
That'll do it.
Trey has some musical stuff going on. He's a music man, so he's got to go make music.
Ridiculous, frankly. But I mean, Frank, wait, like you're here in the chat, right? Like, if you get done with this doctor's appointment before we're done, just come in. Like, get in here.
Frank, simply join the call at your doctor's appointment. Your doctor can be our special guest today.
Yes, special guest, Dr. Quack.
Dr. Frank's doctor.
Okay, so Kevin M432 has gone to keep the Twitch chat company. That's nice to see. Alright, well, let's open up the docket, shall we? Sunset City is officially open for business for another week. So, first thing on the docket is introductions. Welcome everybody to Sunset City. No, okay. Alright, we'll cross that one off.
The dementia arc. Restarting.
We'll cross that one off. Time loop. We got a little Groundhog Day going on.
What if we just kept doing the intro over the whole stream? And now that we're done with that, I'm trying to do some introductions. How's everybody doing today? This is the Sunset City podcast for the classic and modern age.
That's the Twitch chat. The Twitch. You see that? Ooh.
Twitch chat. Looks like the birdhouse is open.
Aren't they cool?
Look at that. We got two people, and it increases by one every time.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. So first things first, we got a little bit of news to go through before we get to our main meat topic, which we did change. We changed that because we thought we were going to have Trey here for it. It was an idea he suggested, but we were going to talk about like the power of Sonic character designs, but because we've only got Dylan, it makes more sense to do like beta designs. So we'll be doing that in honor of him.
Okay. That was fucking smoothest. I almost didn't clock that as an insult for a second. I almost didn't even notice what you meant. Like, I was literally just nodding my head and listening. And then, like, I was like, wait a minute, I see what you're fucking doing. I see.
Yeah, you see
that was
as an insult.
That was slick. That was pretty slick, brother.
Wimpy. Alright, Hefty. Okay, so San Diego Comic-Con is happening right now, and one of the panels was for Jakks Pacific, who are the manufacturers of Sonic toys. You get Sonic action figures from Jakks Pacific. Great toys. And they announced, what's coming in the upcoming waves. A lot of stuff we've already kind of seen before, like, you've got your classic Sonic re-releases, your classic Amy re-release, classic Tails, but they usually announce like a new one on the way. And the big hype beast one for this is a metal virus Sonic that comes with an infected frog as well. Now,
poor Froggy.
You'd kind of think that would just be a Sonic figure with a load of silver paint on it, but no, they've actually made a new sculpt with Sonic kind of grimacing. Because like all the other Sonic toys, he's smiling, he's a happy fella. Here he's kind of.
I was really surprised. Because it would be very easy for them to just like. How do they make those things now? Are they just 3D printed? Do you think, or do they still get made like the normal way, or like however it used to?
I reckon I don't think they're 3D printed as such, but I believe that they are. They've used the the game models to create that, because they are bang on model. Like, they are exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, the Jax ones are always good, and I just have to commend, like you were saying, like it's not just a Sonic figure, and they like change the blue plastic for like silver plastic in some places. He has like splotches on him that are like more
Sculpted.
deliberately sculpted, and then also I think he's got different facial expression, right? Because he's like in severe pain.
Oh yeah, he's angry. He's
and
he's
exhausted.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool, and
Cool.
it opens kind of the floodgates for like what can come next. Because I think like this is probably the first time we've had like a comic book Sonic action figure, like ever.
Unless
like,
they did like some Sally and like they probably
No,
had some like old Robotnik toys, right? No.
They did have like a Sally toy way back in the day, but it wasn't for the Archie comics. It was more kind of a tie-in with Sega World. Like the little Sega World amusement park thing that they had going on. Because back then, Sega were really interested in having Sally kind of at the forefront of a lot of Sonic stuff. Like, they had the Sega World Sydney show, which was like a musical theater show with puppets. And it was a Sonic thing. And it had Sally in it, and Robotnik was very much based off of kind of the Long John Baldry sort of version. Like, you can also see, like, tickets for Sega World that have Sally on them. They had a Sally mascot costume. So, naturally, with that, they had Sally plushes. But they've never actually had, like, an outright comic book Sonic toy. What's kind of funny is, in the days of Jazzwares making Sonic toys, they would actually have a comic book with them. So, like, you know, if you bought, like, a Sonic and Metal Sonic 2-pack, you'd get a comic book that, like, involves Metal Sonic to some capacity. So that was really cool.
Hey man, I'm just hoping they do Tangle and Whisper.
I think it's
or
inevitable.
Surge. I'd really like any of those three. That'd be awesome.
This may be their way of kind of testing the waters a little bit. I mean, if that is the case, if it's like, oh, if this one does well, we'll do the rest. Maybe not best to start with a Sonic variant, because I think everyone and their brother has a Sonic, and some people won't be as interested in what is effectively a variant.
I think it might get people like interested as to what it is for, though. You know, like it might be a good advertising thing for the comics itself, because they might be like, hey, what do you mean Metal Virus Sonic? What does that mean? You know,
definitely. I mean, like, yeah, I've always thought, you know, Sega should do kind of more cross-promotional stuff with the comics and the games. Like, as I mentioned, like, you know, imagine you have Sonic and the Big Cheese. It's a game, it's a comic, it's everything, you know, it's all of it. But, like, yeah, no, it's a very cool thing that they're doing this. It also, you know, opens the door for, Tangle and Whisper action figures. And it is cool, like, how much, like, Jakks Pacific have kind of embraced the history of Sonic. Like, I think one of my favorite parts of my Sonic action figure collection is my Mephiles figure, because it's like, holy fuck, it's Mephiles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, where the hell did that come from? Dude, I'm still hoping Mephiles is in Shadow Generations. I'm hoping for it so bad.
I'm genuinely gonna be kind of mad if he's not. Like, it
just want to
still
see
be a
him.
good game, but like, it would be
He's
such
okay. My opinion on Mephiles is kind of confusing, because on one hand I think he's like stupid for losing, but like also he's so cool.
Yeah, he is.
You know, he is one of the coolest.
No, if they can bring back Black Doom, they can bring back They can bring back Mephiles. The other thing, I'm hoping that Jakks. I hope that Jakks Pacific will someday release a Werehog and Chip 2-pack. I'd be so happy with that. If they did Werehog and Chip, I would be first in line to grab that at my local toy store.
I'm surprised there's not already a Werehog toy.
Yeah, same. I mean, they had one under Jazzwares, I think. Never had a Chip, though. Yeah, give me a Chip plush. Like, where's a Chip plush at, you know?
But a small one, yeah. You can make, like, a small Chip, and then you can have a Werehog plush, and you can, like, tie them together with rope or whatever.
Also, even then, like, the amount of Dark Gaia enemies as well that could be made into cool action figures with, like, a translucent kind of plastic. That would look cool. And it's like, you know, they sell badniks and stuff. You could buy badniks. So, like, I think, like, Dark Gaia minions would be kind of cool. But the bad news... before I get to that. It means that they could also be, like, Scrapnik Island figures, for example, which would be really cool. Because that would be a means of getting, like, Mechasonic...
Yeah, a Scrapnik Mechasonic figure, I'd probably buy that. That'd be cool as fuck. Because there's no regular Mechasonic figure, right?
Yeah, I'd want his clean version, but the clean version does appear in the Scrapnik Island comic. You've also got like Metal Knuckles, or Mecha Knuckles, sorry, because he's different. Yeah, you could get a cool Mecha Knuckles figure out of that. You could get Sigma, although where's the Gamma action figure? Like that feels like a no-brainer. Like where is that? Like they've made Chaos.
They make Sigma, then they can just make Gamma afterwards, I assume. Because
yeah, just effectively like reuse the mold.
Sigma was he's just an E series that we never saw, right? Like he wasn't refurbished from like one of the others.
He was basically just
Oh no, because Gamma killed them all. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so I guess the sculpt would have to be a little different because he's got an Egg Robo arm and he's also a little bit trashed. But like there's certainly elements of the sculpt that you could reuse.
The fact there isn't a Jack Sonic variant with soap shoes is bizarre. Well, I mean, they seem to want to give those shoes out in like every game possible now, so like maybe
I'd
they
say
could do that
it's
in the future.
a matter of time.
I think they just can't call it soap shoes. Right, they have to call them like grind shoes or SA2 shoes or something.
Yeah, they're Sonic Adventure 2 shoes. But yeah, no, I'm surprised that they've gone to the comics before they've done things like Gamma, SA2 shoes, Sonic, and stuff like that. I mean, there is a guy called Tito the OG who does like a lot of custom pieces for Jack-specific Sonic figures. And you can buy like I think he 3D prints them and paints them and stuff, and they look really cool. You could buy like soap shoes for Sonic. I think you can also buy like Sonic Adventure head sculpts as well, so that he matches his adventure design. So yeah, like all sorts of like little swappable pieces, and that's awesome. The sad thing is obviously because they're not like mass produced, they're very expensive because they have to be kind of made to order kind of that kind of deal anyway. And obviously operating a 3D printer from home is super expensive, so I understand why they cost what they do. But, like, it does make it a bummer if you do want that, because good luck getting it. But, okay, so the bad news, because, again, we can't have nice things. Sonic the Metal Virus Hog is USA exclusive.
Oh, it's Walmart, right?
I believe so. I don't know if that means that maybe he'll be exclusive to another place here. I have heard of, things where it's like, oh, this is exclusive to this in America, but the UK gets it in a different place. But it would annoy me if it is exclusive. Not that I don't know if I would buy Metal Virus Sonic, but I hate region exclusivity. It's like, oh my god, I had the audacity to be born in a country I didn't choose to live in. Let me have this. Let me have this thing,
Well,
You good?
I don't know. I don't get why they do that. Yeah, I don't get why they have them in regions, like certain regions only. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like wouldn't mix like that? Multiple people want these things,
Granted,
from all over the place.
I guess if it isn't exclusive to like a certain store and stuff, it means that they wouldn't have to mass produce it on quite the scale that they would their other figures. And there is a tendency for, I think, Jack specific to overproduce sometimes. Like, there's a lot of, like, peg warmer figures under Jack's, like, that you'll find, like, every time you go to the toy store. They're, like, you're never not going to be able to get a Sonic action figure. Like, if it's, modern Sonic or classic Sonic, you'll never not be able to find one. They have those going, like, conveyor belt shit. And that, to be honest, is good. Because I think a kid should be able to go to a store and be able to get a Sonic. You know how it is.
Yeah. Unless you can't get to Walmart. In which case, no Sonic for you.
Yeah, unless you're, like, confined to a wheelchair with the brakes on and your parents aren't home. They're very absent. They don't take you anywhere. And they don't want to get you one.
I'm sorry, my friend Jack just said, we left your awful country for region exclusivity. This is another reason.
Yeah, but you'll be back, alright? You'll be back soon, alright?
Okay. Sure.
Your presidential race is not looking good, so we'll see you soon.
You're so right about that.
But, okay, we've got a little bit of Sonic X Shadow Generations news, if you're ready to kind of move on to the next bit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm good to go. Is this the Kingdom Valley thing?
We got new images, first we'll talk about. So we got the images of the Sonic Adventure skin in action. in Green Hill Zone. Have you seen those? Seen those images?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I have.
And he's certainly in action,
Yeah,
all right.
it's Sonic. Yeah.
It's our first look at how he looks in game, and yeah, unfortunately, like Sonic Generations' lighting has always been kind of hot ass. So like, he doesn't look as amazing as he does on the render. But I mean, I suppose that was to be expected. Like, we know what the lighting in Sonic Generations is like. So the guy is bioluminescent, not to the extent of Sonic Colors Ultimate at the very least, but
Yeah, thank goodness.
he's got cheese for skin, and he looks blueberry flavored. But still, it is cool to finally see him in action. He's got his little bracelet, and he's got his light speed shoes. So they've adapted all those in there. And he sure looks like Sonic Adventure Sonic. It is a bummer to see that, yeah, depth of field is truly gone in this version of the game. That is gone. That's history. Ancient history. Like, bummer. Sucks. Because depth of field is really good for, like, when you have, like, certain background elements and stuff that don't look so good when they're in crystal clear focus. And you can definitely see it in some of these screenshots where you can see, like, there's a sort of a lower quality part of Green Hill's bedrock. And it's like, it's now in sharp focus. It's like, much flatter image now. That, and there doesn't appear to be any motion blur on this anymore. I mean, I guess we'll see when the game comes out. Like, again, you're not going to get these camera angles, or, well, one of these camera angles anyway. But, like, there's no motion blur on the giant fish as it's chasing Sonic. So we have lost a few little elements there, which sucks. That's not great. And I know some people are going to say, oh, these are such tiny issues, but something I really think the Sonic fanbase needs to get drilled into its head is that a remaster shouldn't be objectively inferior or missing things from the previous version. Ideally, you want a remaster to be better in every single way. You want it to be the best version it can possibly be. So, yeah, even when there are minute details, I think they need to be criticized. If, there is criticism to be had on an objective basis. And I'd say things like a lack of depth of field and motion blur is kind of an objective issue. But what do you think, Dylan? What do you got to say? What do you got to say to yourself?
I turn motion blur off in every game I play. So
Fair.
I don't care about that, I guess. The depth of field thing, I don't know. I mean, I see both reasons for and against. On one hand, seeing everything in the distance makes me feel like my computer is a behemoth. But I get why, they blur the distance because it's far away and you're not there
actually,
yet.
I believe it takes a little more render power to have depth of field.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, I guess, yeah, because you need to have all of the models loaded at the highest quality, right?
Well, no.
Like, at their regular quality.
Depth of field, like, it can cover up some lower quality elements, but at the same time, like, it's just running like a depth of field system, like an actual camera would. Like, that does take up a tiny little bit of power. But, yeah, it's weird as well, because, like, Sonic Frontiers didn't have any depth of field effects, and nor did Sonic Forces. The last time they did depth of field, I think, would have been Sonic Generations. The original Sonic Generations. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if Lost World had depth of field. I think it might have done, but I'm not sure. And then Superstars had artificial depth of field. So, like, there were background elements where the asset itself is blurred, rather than it actually, being in and out of focus. I personally think depth of field is important, because it's the difference between it looking like that the camera is an actual thing in this world versus it looks like a video game, effectively. But, again, it's not a deal breaker by any means. Like, it's not like I'm gonna be like, well, don't care about the Shadow Generations portion now because there's no depth of field. Like, I'm
giving up on it because my eyes are angry.
But I think it's something that should be talked about because it is a much flatter image without it. And that does bug me a little bit that that's just not there. And it's like, is that ever going to be in a Sonic game again? Because, like, it hasn't been in them for a few years now. And that kind of stinks.
No.
You know a game that did have depth of field? Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed, yeah. You know what that game also had?
Go on.
Had the werehog.
You know what that game also had though?
What?
Sauce.
It did. It had sauce. You're right.
You could get the camera way down low, and you could have Sonic walk towards it, and he'd go blurry as he gets closer, as opposed to the camera just clipping through him like it does in recent games. Awesome, just fucking awesome. What a great game. I like it when games look like they came from 2019. But okay. There are other screenshots as well. These ones revealing Kingdom Valley from Shadow Generations, which looks really, really pretty. And something that made me kind of happy was I could see a lot of rings in the distance, like really far away rings. And it's like, hang on a minute, that looks outside of the usual Sonic game draw distance. Have they popped in already? Holy shit.
No, that's
If
good.
that's
Maybe
the case.
If you just don't really need like an extended render distance for Sonic Generations most of the time. Like it doesn't hurt anything. But like that's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, I mean, the original, like, generation, like, that's the thing, is, like, Sonic Frontiers was not the first Sonic game to have pop-in, but was probably one of the most egregious examples just because the format of the game. Like, you're going to be seeing things at all times, and things are popping in and out, whereas, like, with your typical Sonic game, you only go in one direction, so things pop in, and then you never have to see them ever again. Whereas, like, yeah, with Frontiers, it's like, you know, shit is just popping in and out and in and out and in and out at all times. So it's like, yeah. But the Shadow Generations portion does look good.
Yeah, you never are able to ignore it. It's always there.
There is no depth of field on these screenshots either. Which, yeah, that's a little stinky. Because I would like some. Can I get some depth of field, please, Sega? But, again, it's not a deal breaker. I can forgive it a bit more when it's like a brand new game or a brand new piece of content versus when they've just taken the original and got rid of the depth of field. But yeah. That is that. Any further thoughts on those images?
Not really. I mean, I did watch some Shadow demo footage recently. Like I saw it earlier today on Twitter or something.
Oh, was this when Shun Nakamura was playing it?
I think so.
What I want to know is
I just woke up and I saw it, so I don't really remember like who posted it. But when I was looking at that, I really didn't have any problems with it. Like obviously the generation stuff, we can compare it to the original remaster, the original version, but the Shadow stuff just looks fun. Like it just looks good and entertaining, and the level lasted like 5 or 6 minutes, and that fucking rocks.
So yeah, Shun Nakamura was playing it through like a live feed, and it kind of gave us a chance to see some bits of the level that I don't think we've seen before. But also, why should we shun Nakamura? What did Nakamura do?
I don't know. Are we supposed to shun people? Who are we shunning?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was thinking of like a little joke as well. It's like, you know, usually making a Sonic Team dev play their own game as a form of punishment, but this one looks good. It's like, rub your nose in your
that's
piss.
all I gotta say about that, I think. The game looks good. Generations might look weird, who knows?
I mean, it's going to be like a marginal difference at best, but from everything I'm seeing, the generation stuff visually just looks slightly worse than it did before because of the lack of depth of field. It's like, oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Remasters are meant to look better, not worse. But, again, it's a marginal difference, but, yeah. Yes. What were you going to say? You were going to say something. I heard a syllable.
No, that's all.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Well, we've also got that new bit of video footage of Sonic doing his little victory dance in his Sonic Adventure model.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. It looks
that's
fine.
fun.
Like I'm surprised it doesn't clip as much as I expected it to.
Yeah, like he clearly he doesn't have his own animation set. He's just using the other one, and that's fine. You know, it's still, you know, cool to just get, you know, Adventure Sonic in all his splendor. But you know, I would have loved it if he had his own little set of animations, but still, that's fine. It's one thing I do find funny is that he doesn't have eyelids.
Yeah, if you watch the animation where he's supposed to wink, he just doesn't. He just like moves his eyebrow a little bit.
Which is the most
And,
Sonic's eyebrows have moved in years, so this is a step in the
Very
right
long time.
direction.
You know, I wonder if they either didn't do that on like it was probably just something they didn't feel like adding. But do you think if they had added eyelids, do you think they would have been tan or do you think they would have been blue?
They should be tan, right? Like, that's the correct color. Like,
I think that was what they were in the Dreamcast one, right?
yeah, in the Dreamcast one, he had tan. That's the one reason why Adventure DX sucks. Sucks donkey shit. Is because Sonic doesn't have tan eyelids, and that's incorrect. I think Sonic looks better with tan eyelids. I'm gonna get really anal about that.
I don't know. I never really cared about it. I don't think I noticed before people started talking about it.
I want to rub them for him.
What?
I want to rub his eyelids. When he's got the tan ones, I just want to rub them.
When he's tired?
Yeah, just give him a little rub.
Fair enough.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
see,
with
you're
the
a
lower
good person.
the lower part of your palm, near where your wrist is, just give him sort of like a little gentle rub. But one thing that stood out to me, because I believe it was Blue Wolf Blitz pointed this out, that the grass is slightly miscolored in Blue Wolf, I believe, said this when the earliest trailers came out. It was like, they were like, yeah, the grass is a little miscolored. And here it really fucking shows. I was like, why does the grass look like that? Has the grass always looked like that? And I did go back and check, and it's like, okay, so what's happening here is the blades that move in the wind are no longer the same shade of green as the rest of the grass. Now, this is going to sound, again, it sounds stupid when I'm saying that. Ah! The grass isn't the right shade of fucking green! But, the thing is...
Dude, we love our Green Hill. We know what it's supposed to look like.
The grass isn't the same shade as the rest of the grass. So it really sticks out where the moving grass is and where the flat grass is. And it looks kind of bad, in my opinion. It doesn't look very good. So, that's a bit stinky dinky. I wonder what happened there. Maybe it's a lighting thing. Maybe it's the shaders. I don't know. But, yeah. Seeing some slightly worrisome things for the Sonic Generations remaster side of things. But it's a version of the game where I can play through it as Adventure Sonic, so it's amazing. And, of course, the shadow stuff is what it's really all about, you know? You know what I'm saying, Dylan? You know what I'm saying?
Of course, that's what I'm looking forward to most.
My fair friend, you know? Give him tan eyelids. I'll fix everything. Why are you quiet? What's going on? What's the matter? What have you been through? Are you hurt?
I'm making a PowerPoint right now. I'm trying to multitask as best as I can.
Are you suffering?
What's next? I don't have anything else to say about this.
What are you going through? You're hurting. I can hear it in your voice. You're hurting.
What? No, I'm not.
You're hurting. What's the matter? Why are you sad?
I'm not hurting. What do
Tell
you mean?
me. Tell Brotherly Pup. Tell Brotherly Pup what you're going through.
I'm making a PowerPoint about beta Sonic character designs. So it's just really tough. It's just really hard.
Yeah. It leads to a lot of
I'm having a tough
introspection
time.
there.
This is a lot harder than a regular 9 to 5, you know? Ugh. Graphics
Jesus.
design is my passion.
Jeez. Well, they did release the, on Spotify and shit, they did release the remix for Kingdom Valley in Shadow Generations.
Kingdom Valley.
What's funny about that? What's the funny? What are you laughing about Kingdom Valley for?
I'm not. I'm laughing because we just transitioned past that so fast. What's
At
wrong?
some
What's
point-
going on? What's happening?
At some point, I have to change the subject and realize that you're not willing to talk about what you're going through and just allow you your boundaries,
Okay, let's
you know?
keep talking then. All right, we'll keep going. Yeah, the Kingdom Valley remix is awesome. Like, I really like how it sounds.
Dude, you suck. You suck.
What? I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're just not a good guy, alright? Like, I mean, I'll give you credit. You did at least show up today. But, like, god damn it, Dylan.
I'm making the fucking PowerPoint that we need for the episode later.
Dude, you are the worst. Literally.
God damn it.
I wish anyone else were here.
Jeez. Oh my god.
I
You
was
see
having
what I go through to be here? I'm the only good friend in the entire world. I'm the only one here.
This would be so much better if it were just a solo show. So I'm leaving, Dylan. You do the show. I'm joking.
Holy
All right.
shit, you don't want me to do that. Yep.
I mean, I'm the one with the OBS as well, so it'd be really interesting.
Yeah, no, I don't have access to the stream key, but technically I have access to the account, so I could get it.
Yeah, and you have the files, so yeah, it
Yeah,
would
that's
sever.
true. I have it all in the Google Drive.
It would sever the Twitch thing, and all the millions of people that are watching us on Twitch would have to miss out. But
Yeah. No, that would be trouble.
So yeah, the Kingdom Valley remix. What do you think? What's your overall opinions on that? How do you feel about that?
Like, I posted on Twitter earlier that I wasn't like a huge fan of the original song. It kind of just faded into the background after a bit. And to me, when I think about Kingdom Valley, I think more about trying desperately to not be killed by the stupid physics, or the Mach speed section. So hearing that remix and it actually being like really good, like really fun, really bumping, I'm happy with it. I like how it sounds.
Wait, you had trouble with Sonic 06's physics? That's such a skill issue, dude.
That's true. Yeah, no, it was all me. It was all me because I was just bad at the game and I'm spreading my negativity.
I could easily play Sonic 06's physics in the trip story levels of Sonic Superstars.
Yeah, blindfolded.
A very well designed game.
Half the controller.
That would be a good game, critically acclaimed. Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair,
like, hear the full remix. It's on Twitter. It's on Spotify. I think probably on YouTube at this point.
It's a good track, but like, yeah, when I think of like banger Sonic tracks, Kingdom Valley doesn't spring to mind for me personally. But this sounds like just a nice fresh. This is a slightly refreshed version of it. They haven't gone like massively in the direction of like remixing it. It's not like, you got EDM Kingdom Valley or anything like that. Although I'd actually be kind of intrigued to hear that. But no, like it's a very tastefully done little refresh of it. And I'm looking forward to hearing some of the other tracks. Like, I was listening to the 3DS BioLizard track on my walk today, just thinking like, oh, that's going to play in Shadow Gens. Because that plays for like the first phase of the BioLizard fight before we get like a new version of it. So that's exciting. You know how it is.
No, I guess I was expecting them to just use the 3DS one, but like, uncompressed, I guess.
Yeah, they've got that, and then there's another one for the second phase.
That rocks. I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, this is cursed. This is fucking cursed. I'm gonna put something in the back rooms that you need to see.
Okay.
If you freeze frame, Adventure Sonic's little victory pose at the wrong point, you can see his leg detached from his foot. Now, I'm not even angry about that, because that is kind of how it be with Adventure Sonic. Like, the man is made of lots of different pieces. The man, he is modular. He is a modular boy. But, you seeing this, Dylan?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's moving so fast, it probably doesn't even really fucking matter.
It's fine, he's modular.
Like, I mean, you could look through all of his animations and probably find a ton of points where this happens, but it's going to be moving so fast that you'd have to be looking frame by frame.
I mean, also bear in mind that his proportions are completely different to modern Sonic, so that is just inevitable.
Yeah, they had to stretch him, yeah.
That's inevitable that's going to happen. But I find it funny, personally, because, I mean, this is, again, it's Dreamcast Sonic. His fucking eyes are detached from the rest of his eyes. Like, his eye pupils are a separate piece. They float above the rest of his eye. So, like, I'm not exactly mad about a little... Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not angry about a little bit of jank with a Dreamcast thing. Like, nah, man. Oh, also, there's that new bit of artwork with the release of the Kingdom Valley track as well. There's new art, and that looks good.
What art was that?
Where he's like grinding.
For the song, you mean?
Yeah, he's grinding along the water of Kingdom Valley.
Yeah, I think that was. I think Tails' channel said that it's not confirmed that that's official art yet.
Oh, where did that come from then?
I don't. Well, it could be. That's the thing. It's just there's no confirmation yet. So like it probably is official, but
There's also slightly updated key art for the game as well that was found on the Nintendo eStore. They've just kind of...
like it. They made Sonic smaller, which I think is cool. Like, they know that Shadow's the star. They made Shadow bigger. They made Sonic a little smaller.
Shadow's who we're really here for.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got like the Chaos Spears going off behind Shadow. Like, it's better. It's more dynamic. I like the little Chow that are in there as well. I still, like, if I get a job and I can pre-order 2 copies of Shadow Generation so I can get a physical one too, I would definitely be flipping it around to the Japanese one regardless, but like, this is still cool. This is like better than it was before.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what's funny? I saw a comparison of the key art now and the key art before, and I thought that this new one was fan made because it looked better. For a second, I thought someone was doing like here's my take on the Shadow Generations box art, but I'm glad they added Black Doom to it. You know, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, Black Doom was always there.
Not in the thing I saw. The comparison I saw, he wasn't in the first thing.
Yeah, he was. He was in it, you dickhead. You're a dickhead.
He was just
Hang
small
on.
as fuck?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're right. I think you're wrong.
No, prick. Let me find it. Black Doom was definitely on there.
If he was a lot more in the background.
He looked
No,
so
it says Webster right here. It says, yes, they added Black Doom and some Chaos Spears.
No, they didn't, you wacky sack. Because I just... Look, check the back rooms. Check the back rooms. He was always there.
No, that was not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one from before. Like,
that is the one. That's the one from that. No, he wasn't on the box art because he's cropped out of the box.
How far away he is?
Yeah, he's far away. He's not on the box art. I know.
Yeah, he wasn't in there. No, this is fake. Pup just made this.
I didn't fucking make it. Shut up, you dickhead. You're a dickhead.
He just made this.
You suck. You suck. I want Frank. I want Frank.
I want Frank back. Where is he? Frank, come home, please.
Prick. You suck. But yeah, you know how it is. That'll do it. That'll do, pig. I mean, you wouldn't be... Right, so if that was a game box art, you shit stain, you still wouldn't be able to fit Black Doom on it.
I can do anything I set my mind to, pup.
Black Doom doesn't look like a villain on this box art, in my opinion.
Looks like a friendly guy.
He looks like he's gonna, like, guide you on your adventures. Like, hello, I'm the guidance star. You can follow me, and I'll teach you how to play. He's got such a friendly-looking eye. Like,
dude, he went up to Super Mario, and he goes, I'm just a friendly little star. Don't mind me. And Mario goes, wahoo!
Wahoo!
a very cautious wahoo.
He looks like he would read you a bedtime story as well. Like,
Black Doom reads Go the fuck to sleep.
He does. He is the Star of David. He's the one that guided the wise men to Jesus.
Dude, is Shadow the Hedgehog... Are you calling Shadow the Hedgehog Jesus?
I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog has got, like, messianic status.
He is kind of like, yeah.
I mean, like, Shadow the Hedgehog... Shadow the Hedgehog's writing and, like, some of the names of, like, the chapters and stuff, they were onto some kind of Jesus shit with that, like... And yeah, I'm cool with it. Right. I want to see Shadow in Sonic Movie 3.
Holy shit! Wait a minute. He did die and come back. He did do that.
Yeah, but right.
That's
so
true.
When he's fallen to Earth in Sonic Movie 3, because it's definitely going to be a 1-to-1 adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2. When he's fallen to Earth, I want him to be like in a Jesus pose. Have him in like a Jesus pose with his arms splayed out. That would be awesome.
I think. If they do that in the movie, though, I really need them to show why Sonic doesn't catch him. Because in the game, it doesn't make a single fucking lick of sense.
It makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't, because Sonic he's not shown being tired, he's not shown trying to save him and failing, he just doesn't do it. Like, and they were right next to each other, so how the fuck did that happen?
His Shadow's been kicking his ass the whole time, and there's a reason got framed, so Sonic's just like, fuck you.
Well, that's fine. If Sonic... What I'm saying is, I think that they at least need to have a thing where Sonic tries to help him, and maybe he's like... You know, he's fading out of it too, and he can't make it. And that's
Sonic
when he
wouldn't do that, Dylan. Look, man, I'm an IDW and am an IDW and Ian Flynn hater and a Sonic purist expert, and Sonic would 100% kill Shadow.
Yeah, I bet. But like,
Sonic would probably just kick him.
People, you see what I mean, right? You see what I mean in the movie verse. Like, you can't just be like, whoops, Shadow died. And then Sonic just go, yeah, no, because sorry.
Movieverse Sonic is more brutal than game Sonic, though. He straight up
but if Shadow helps him save the world, he's going to try and save him. Like, he has to.
Who says? Maybe, like, because he killed Robotnik at the end of the second film.
He watches Shadow fall, and he goes, long live the king.
He watches Shadow fall and he starts floss dancing in his super form.
Looks like I'm the ultimate life form now, Shadow.
Oh, this is just like that Bible story.
Which one?
I don't know. I've never read the Bible.
Dude, what if Tom and Maddie raised Sonic to be Christian?
Realistically, like in a little backwater town and stuff, probably would have done. Actually,
it could be. Like, they could very well be Christian. We don't know.
I want to scour through the Sonic movies now to look at the house set, look at the Wachowski household, and see if I can find a crucifix.
Any crosses.
Yeah. Right? Like,
we find you go like you see the Christmas scene. It's like they have the nativity scene out there. And Sonic's like.
I mean, look, we know that
puts up the nativity scene in like 3 seconds.
Knuckles is effectively an honorary Jewish man, so like. You know, what's next? You know, what's coming up next?
You know, I was just thinking about, like, all those pictures. You know all those, like, pictures people have drawn of, like, Sonic with... it's a very specific picture I'm talking about, but it's, like, Sonic... hold on, let me see if I can find it. I don't know how to describe it.
Is it the one where it's like Sonic was
like,
lost,
Sonic
but
the
now he's
Hedgehog
found?
God.
Yeah, and he's like...
that one.
He's praying, and he's kneeling down, and he's, like, crying.
There's a very specific, like, subgenre of Sonic fans that are, like, we'll bring religion into it. This is what we will do.
Well, it's like, you know, like, oh, that's something else we can actually mention. Is, okay, Daniel RPK. Daniel RPK, quite a reputable leaker. And he's said that Sonic 4 is in development, and Amy is set to have quite a big role in Sonic 4. Hasn't really said anything about whether or not she's in 3, but she's meant to have a big role in that 4th film. But also that there is a Shadow spin-off coming as well, similar to what we have with Knuckles. And it's like, okay, so Knuckles, you had the Shabbat dinner. What religious experience is Shadow gonna have?
Atheism.
I mean, Shadow would so be an atheist. He's got such atheist energy. Like, look at him. He's the kind of guy that's gonna ask you to debate him on religion. And then he'll say, like, if the Bible's true, God's a dickhead. He's that kind of atheist. Like...
Shadow, he would literally have I think he would say, like, checkmate, like in a conversation, be like, oh, what was it called? Hold on. There's a really funny post. Oh, it was like atheists when you say God bless you instead of science bless you or something. It's just like the guy standing there holding his head.
And not to mention, I mean, Shadow's got that song also. It's like, no more gods, no more graves. Like, he's like... The man doesn't really approve of God. Shadow's the guy like, what's God ever done for me? God didn't save Maria. God didn't save Emerald. He didn't save shit. Fuck you, God.
That would be... What the fuck? Dude, could you imagine if a Sonic movie came out with Shadow blaspheming against the Christian God? There would be, like... The world would, like, fucking descend into chaos.
That's the new thing. Is like, yeah, no, we're not doing the Maria storyline or anything like that.
Dude, the presidential election would be like, I will ban Sonic the Movie 3 from shelves if you elect me as the president.
No, because Sonic's whole thing is that he's fighting back. Like, that's the dichotomy, is Sonic's a God-fearing Christian, while Shadow is an atheist. And ultimately, like, God wins in the end, because Sonic wins, you know? Oh, God.
Of course, yeah. Anyway... I want to point out,
Jesus
was... I'm not making fun of religion, by the way. I was raised Christian, and now I am no longer. So I kind of see sides of everything. Like, I am a firm believer in believe in what you want, unless you are hurting people. In which case, don't hurt people.
Jesus was gay, you know.
Maybe it could have been. I don't know.
Well, why do you think he was always going, men? Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Because you guys say amen. Never mind, then. Alright.
No, I mean, I've heard people say amen. It's just... Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna go road anymore. Anyway, what else were we gonna talk about? Is it time for a PowerPoint party that I'm not finished making yet? Hold on.
I was baptized, but
I think I was as well.
I'm not religious. Like, I wasn't, like, outright raised religious. My mother...
I attended CCD. I attended, like, Catholic education for almost the entire curriculum. Like I did it for 12 years, and then at the very end, they were like, "Hey, you're gonna make your what do you call it? The confirmation or something." And they were like, "You're gonna tell people you're gonna go to church in front of the whole church, say you're gonna go to church every week, and you won't do any of these things, and you're gonna do all of this and upload all these values."
Sucks.
And I was like, I said, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. Like I took the values and lessons of like, don't fucking lie to people, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna be honest, I can't do that. Like I'm not gonna go through with that because I'm not gonna lie in front of the entire church and my family. And then from that point on, I think I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was sick basically my entire life till I was like 20, so I really didn't believe much in all that
You're
stuff.
just like, if
I
God
kinda
exists,
lost it.
I'm not fucking vibing with it.
I mean,
But,
again, like anyone can believe anything, and I fully say like whatever makes you feel the best and whatever helps you the best. And it's like,
I mean, for all I jest, I'm not even an atheist. Like,
oh yeah,
are you hearing?
yeah,
this?
yeah. You believe in chaos and dark gaia.
No, are you fucking hearing that? Dude,
What?
your exhaust pipe is fucking unhealthy. Quit bragging about it. Alright, he's gone now.
What?
Oh, it's just a really loud ass fucking car with one of those really.
I thought you were talking about me running my mouth. I was like,
I mean, you do that, but like, if the shoe fits, Dylan. But no, yeah, like I was baptized, and like I think I would have gone to like church a couple of times as part of like a school thing, but like my mother is Christian. But she's not like, I'm gonna go to church all the time Christian. She's more just kind of like, I'm kind of Christian, I believe in God and all that stuff. My father was a bit more of a skeptic. It's also funny, though. My father was kind of, like, Christian by all technicality, but he was kind of a skeptic about it. My grandfather was a priest, interestingly. But myself, I'm
the pop lore.
I'm agnostic. I don't really care. Like, I'm not going to rule out that there is a God. I just don't think humanity has the answer. Like, I don't think like there's any one human that knows.
I guess that would definitely describe me. I know this is a weird topic for the Sonic podcast. We just got into a tangent, but like I do kind of agree with that. Like I don't have enough like in my body to like confirm or deny anything. Obviously,
well, it's like, I haven't fucking. It's beyond me. It's beyond my comprehension. Like
that's why I'm saying like if you like that's why I'm not like. Oh, look, I do this religion and that's it. People have a lot of religions because people believe in a lot of things. And that's just how it is.
My brain cannot.
I'm not smart enough to tell anyone they're wrong.
My brain cannot concoct the vision of God. It's too much for my little human brain.
Can. That's the point. Right.
Too much for my little human brain. I reckon there's probably aliens out there that know. There's probably some aliens that know. Like,
dude, that's the thing. I've always wanted to talk about that because have you heard of like the Fermi paradox? Like if there's the Fermi paradox is you've just activated something that I like love talking about, but like so the Fermi paradox is something about like if there is life out there, then it's statistically impossible that we haven't like come across it yet. So where the fuck is it? Like if the universe is as big as we see it, where the fuck is everything? And it's like the paradox is how could we have not seen something or any indication? There's something else, and it's like, yeah.
We only have six of the like million billion senses that could exist.
What was it?
Wait, how many senses are there? There's 6, isn't there? There's 6 senses? No, there's a reason why the film's called The Sixth Senses, because that's a supernatural idea.
I mean,
okay,
sight, smell, touch, like.
We have a limited number
do you think
of.
We need something else?
We as humans have a limited number of senses. We don't even have as many senses as some of the fish on this planet. I absolutely believe that there are aliens here right now that are completely undetectable to human beings because we do not have a sense that is compatible with them. We can't.
Yeah, no, that's actually part of it. No, that's part of the paradox. Because, like, the idea is if it's so huge that we should have seen other alien life or whatever by now, and, like, why the fuck have we not seen anything, no communication, nothing? Part of it is, like, maybe the answer is that we literally cannot see them or interact with them. They're, like, on, like, a different wavelength. They're not three-dimensional, something like that.
Yeah, I think
crazy.
There is so much matter that is, like, invisible to our detection. I think there's someone else living in your home right now.
That could explain ghosts. It could explain deja vu. It could explain everything.
But
Basically.
there are a few beings living in your house right now that are way bigger than you are. That could probably
No,
kick
I'm
your
the
ass.
tallest person in my house.
No, you're not. You're not even the tallest person in your fucking detectable house. But
Oh man.
I think there is matter overlapping matter. I think where this building that I'm in right now, there is another building, but it is invisible to human detection.
Possible. I mean, string theory. This is actually tying back to what you were talking about when we first started, like the different dimensions thing. I mean, like string theory could just be real. Who knows?
And to think,
We
right
have
now...
a million universes that are exactly the same, except today I didn't say what I said just now. I said something slightly different.
So think, right now, Atomic Philip, I've named him Atomic Philip, he's in your butthole right now. He's fucking you. He's fucking you.
No, he can't do that.
No, he's fucking you.
You know he can't do that.
The only thing that's not... You're at... I mean, he can. Because he didn't need a hole. He doesn't need the...
Get Atomic Philip away from me. I did not...
He doesn't need the entrance. But that's the thing, is there could be creatures invisible to our detection that get sexual pleasure from phasing through us.
I get... Why does it always come back to this? Why is this always where it goes?
But you can't deny it. There's no evidence you can concoct it. He's inside you right now, and he's loving it.
Isn't this like a Rick and Morty episode or something?
You know,
I feel like I saw a YouTube short about this, where this guy's like... I could see, like, the guy goes to see a psychic, and the psychic is like, there's a ghost, and he's like, pissing on you right now, and like, what is he doing now? And it's like, he's still doing it. Like, and then, like, everywhere he goes, like, the ghost is still, like, pissing on you.
Well, I mean,
and
like,
stop it, stop!
Even beyond theory, it is actually factual that, like, in the roots of your eyelashes, there's little bug people having sex in there.
What do you mean, like, you mean, like, the little... What are they called? Like little dust mites and stuff?
Yeah,
like
little microscopic mite fellas. They are
what are those
tunneling...
cool things called that live in your bed?
dust
Tardigrades
mites.
or whatever?
Sure.
No, there's like tiny little creatures that live. They're like... I think they're like... Tiny, tiny little creatures.
There's a little dude...
And they look kind of like big cows, except they're tiny.
There's a little dude in your pee hole right now having sex.
Stop talking about...
He's having sex in there.
About
he's having sex.
Parts.
He's found a sexy other tardigrade, and he's having sex with her in your pee hole right now. And he's nutting.
God, why do people listen to this podcast?
He's nutting. Have you ever seen, like, pictures of, like, eyelashes under microscopes, though?
No, I haven't.
Dude, right? Hang on. Right, so this is, like, this is the hole that the eyelash comes out of. And look at all those little dudes in there. Look at all those little guys.
Okay, you know what? One thing, I hate seeing pictures of like my own like human skin or whatever, like blown up this big. It just doesn't feel real.
Yeah, like look at that.
Looks like an AI generated bird's nest, dude.
No, that is not. That's an old ass picture. That is way before the advent of AI.
I believe
artwork.
you. I'm saying it looks like an AI generated bird's nest.
Isn't it crazy though, like seeing all the scuffs and shit on the eyelash? Like, we just see them as these little shiny black things, but like, it looks like a fucking
like a tree trunk.
I was gonna say it looks like what's the word? A parsnip. It looks like a fucking parsnip.
It sort of looks like a mushroom stem.
But like, look at the little dudes in there that are just around, and it's like here's an actual image of one of those little dudes.
Yeah, I hate those.
Here he is, like. And that thing right now is in your pee hole having sex.
Stop talking about my fucking pee hole, dude.
He's having sex in your pee hole.
Talk about it.
He's nutting in your pee hole.
What are we talking about? I don't know, man. Oh god.
They should do a Sonic game. They should do a Sonic game where you're in the world of the microbiotics and you have to fight off these fuckers. Imagine a supersonic fight.
Ant-Man.
Imagine a supersonic Titan fight against a tardigrade.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
The tardigrades are nice. They don't do anything wrong. They're just there.
Oh, I thought you just said you hated them a minute ago.
That's not a tardigrade. What you showed me. That's something else.
Actually, have you seen the Amy Rose pillow thing that they're releasing?
What? That's a weird pivot, I think. What are you talking about?
No, I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, so I googled Amy Rose pillow and got a bunch of results that I wasn't actually anticipating. You know how you can get those Sonic plush heads.
Like the round ones, like the big fluffy one.
Yeah, like the mochi little guys, the little mochis.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they're releasing an Amy one, and because of how her
Are we
hair
talking?
looks,
Hold on, wait. Are we talking about the big one? That's like a ball shape. Is that what you're talking about? Like
Yeah,
the big
well,
chonky
but
Sonic?
doesn't she look like a tardigrade?
Doesn't she?
Like with her hair like that, with her hair, they look like little legs. Imagine her hair is little legs.
Okay, that's actually the thing that springs to mind first for me when I see Amy as like just the head shape is like a squid. She looks like the squid from Finding Nemo. You know the little pink squid?
I'm gonna pull this up on screen. She looks like a
Like-
tardigrade. Hang on, I got it right.
You need to pull a picture of a tardigrade as well so people know what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm on it. I mean,
But
that's
also pull up
that's
a
not what I
picture
thought
of
it was.
the squid from Finding Nemo. Look that up too, because that's like the exact same thing.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so for people watching the stream, if you
We don't know about tardigrades, yeah.
yeah, you're gonna learn a lot about tardigrades today.
They're little like microscopic creatures that just live in your bed,
you.
basically.
Yeah, they are in your
They
pee
live
hole.
on you. They live in your bed, I think.
They're in your pee hole right now having sex.
Stop talking about. Stop it.
All right, so okay, yeah. Maybe we should have put a trigger warning before this. I don't know. Like, is
You know,
anyone
actually,
triggered
these
by-
are. That's funny. These are not like single-celled organisms either. They're actually in the kingdom of Animalia, which is kind of cool.
insane, right? But
They are
do
known
you-
colloquially as water bears or moss piglets.
That sounds so much. It actually looks like kind of a Pokemon. It looks like a morbidly obese.
A water bear.
A morbidly obese.
So they're actually
guy.
kind of adorable
I don't like him.
in some pictures. But,
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen?
I
Like
mean,
a
you'll
worm...
never see one. You'll never have to, so don't worry about it.
Have you ever seen like a worm's face under a microscope?
Yeah, they're fucking scary.
It looks like the fucking wyvern from Sonic Frontiers.
I know. They're like literally if you're at the size of like if you're at the size that you could be attacked by a worm, like you're in like Honey I Shrunk the Kids or something.
Yeah, like
Like,
you, facing
Damn,
off against
like you're
this-
in trouble.
Yeah, that. Right, that's a worm
Oh,
under
actually,
a microscope.
you know what I
now,
just thought of?
that
It's
looks-
do you remember
you go.
do you remember the Jimmy Neutron movie or something where the teacher gets shrunk? Was that in the movie? I don't remember.
I have to be
Um,
honest with you. I didn't really grow up with Jimmy Neutron.
Neutron. Okay, but there's okay, for people who know Jimmy Neutron, I don't remember if it's the movie or in one of the episodes, but Miss Fowl gets shrunk and there's a worm in the apple on her desk. And whenever I think about worms, I think about that shit. And like how scary that worm was. But
Is the
you know.
is
What?
the PowerPoint ready?
It's almost done.
Okay.
Hold on. I got
Well, we got
ran into a
one more bit
snag
of-
because
We got one more bit of
yeah,
news.
keep talking.
Okay. So it has been announced. IDW are releasing a Knuckles 30th anniversary comic book. And we've seen some of the cover arts. One of them is like a recreation of like the Sonic 3 box art, but like Knuckles is the star this time. And like, I'm just very happy that like we're getting this. There is a chance that like this could be really good. Like, I think the IDW anniversary comics have been the highlight of the IDW Sonic stuff outside of maybe like the Metal Virus or the Angel Island arc.
Angel Island one was cool. That was like a modern Sonic Heroes, basically.
It was. Yeah, it's like you want a Sonic Hero sequel, there you go. That's it.
Just do it. It's built in.
I want them to do a comic adaptation of Sonic Battle. It's a bit too late for that because Gemel is a presence in the IDW. But like, I don't know, just say it's a flashback. Like, I want to see like the aftermath. I want to see like grieving parent Sonic and Amy. Like, give me that. Because
Sonic really doesn't grieve in that game. He tries to just put on a brave face for
oh,
everybody.
he's in denial. He's in denial, dude. Like when I
Well, it
saw
hurts,
that, I
that's
was
for
like,
sure. Like,
also, like
I
the
don't
bit
know
with-
if you saw it, but pretty recently, like Sam Procrastinates did a full Sonic Battle stream. He'd never played it before, and when we were all doing voices for the characters, and when we got to the end, everybody was just so quiet and sad, and like everyone, you really just feel it. Like it's such a sad fucking story that would work
It's
perfect
also-
for extended material.
It's also just insane how like the ending is kind of a tearjerker, yet they are just little sprites on screen going. Like, there's not even any music.
No, they have. No, there's. I think there's no background. It's all black, but the characters have their little like portraits and emotions at least. Like
that's what I'm
Tails
saying.
and Cream, and everyone looks sad.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Sonic doesn't have a
you
sad
said that they're
sprite
just
in that though.
sprites.
They are sprites.
Sonic. Well, I know, but not in the same. Like, when you say they're sprites, you make me think of like just like the regular sprites.
Okay,
like
whose
aren't
problem?
demoting.
Whose problem is that?
That's yours because you didn't elaborate.
No, it's yours because you assumed that was what I was talking about.
No.
But like, yeah, like I think that is ripe for adaptation. I know Sonic X did an adaptation, but I love Sonic X, but that adaptation wasn't it. I've been exposed to a lot of Sonic Battle stuff recently because I
it's also
edited.
Fucked up that Wait, did you see the adaptation?
I've seen the skeleton of that because I had to edit Nick's most recent video, the ML one.
You know.
And
how
so
it ends.
yeah, I know how it ends. So like, but don't spoil the Sonic Adventure 2 arc for me because I really have no idea how that's gonna go.
I don't. I was gonna say the X arc of battle I don't like as much because it literally is just a tournament and then Cream kills Emerald.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
tournament and
because
then Emo
he
just
goes
goes
crazy.
mean. Like it
Like,
doesn't have any of the pieces there.
It sucks. Like it's really the most basic an adaptation could have been, but I wonder if that's because they either didn't have a script or it just I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to spend as much time on it.
But I also kind of getting back to the Knuckles thing though. Like yeah, so the classic anniversary stories have been kind of very much the best of what IDW has to offer, in my opinion anyway. And this is good. This is really good news because, goddamn, Knuckles' 30th year on this earth has not been a good one, in my opinion anyway. We had the Knuckles TV series, we had the Lara Sue Chronicles, and that's it so far. Other than that, it's been the year of Shadow on his Now, Knuckles is not the kind of guy that needs a big party for his 30th. Knuckles seems like the kind of guy that would rather stay home and not celebrate his birthday. But at the same time, like, I think
He's
Nick
probably never had one also.
Nick put a little post out on Twitter saying, like, people talk a lot about Sonic's 15th anniversary with, like, Sonic Genesis GBA and Sonic 06, but that doesn't have shit on the sheer disrespect that Knuckles got for his 30th. And I unfortunately have to agree. But IDW could save this thing. They could salvage this.
Well, that's the other thing, though. Like, they could salvage it, and for some of us, we'd be like, thank goodness they did something actually good. But for a lot of Sonic fans that don't pay attention to extended material, it still kind of sucks. You know, like, I bet a lot of people still don't know that there is a running comic. Like, I still get, like, I still get comics on some of my IDW videos from a while back saying, like, where is this official? Or, like, is this a real, like, thing? Where can I find this?
Well, there is another
And
opportunity.
it's like, yeah.
But I think it's ultimately
people
going to
don't
be
know.
Shadows. I think it's only going to be Shadows thing. But if Knuckles has an expanded role in Sonic 3, then maybe that can kind of make up for it. But he's not going to be the main focus of that movie. And I guess he's kind of had that already. Like, I will say this. I think since, like, the sort of 2020s Sonic Renaissance, each year has kind of been focused on a certain character. Like, 2022 was... Yeah, 2022 is the year of Sonic, I guess. 2020... What year is it? What year was it? Hang on.
24 right now.
2020... Okay, what year did Frontiers come out? Okay, Frontiers... Okay, 2023 was the year of Amy. No, okay, right, fuck it. Let me try this again. 2022 was the year of Knuckles. Okay, because you had Sonic Movie 2. Knuckles was a big part of that. You had Knuckles Divergence. You know, he got that short film. I think that was very much the year of Knuckles. Plus, like, Sonic Frontiers did mark kind of the biggest role that Knuckles has had in a Sonic game in a very long time. So, like, yeah, 2022, year of Knuckles. Sonic 2 is very much Knuckles' movie. Are we kind of in agreement with that? And then...
Yeah.
2023 was the year of Amy, I think. Because Amy was the big attraction for Sonic Origins Plus. She was, like, the big thing for that game. You had Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is very much all about Amy. That's her year. And then, obviously, you know, Amy's playable in Dream Team and Superstars. And, like, you know, she's quite a major part of those games. So, like, yeah, I think Oh, also she's playable in Frontiers. I mean, the thing is, she's not at the forefront of those games, but she was kind of a big. Like being able to play as Amy again was kind of a big deal. So 2023, year of Amy. 2024, year of Shadow. So like next year, maybe year of Tails or year of. Because we had year of Knuckles and Amy already. I feel like
we're
year
gonna
of
have
Tails.
like a. I feel like they're not gonna be doing this every year. They're definitely not
I'm
doing
kind
it
of
on
okay
purpose.
with it. I'm kind of okay with if they just want to do year of every character, because they could just say,
I'm
"Hey,
fine
yeah,
with it, but I just don't think it's. I don't think they're going to, because like I think there are some characters in this franchise that have clearly like more power when it comes to sales than others, and I feel like that's why we haven't seen like this big like they probably didn't think Knuckles would be as popular as he was. I bet they were like
which is
taking a chance on that in the movie.
ridiculous." Because like Knuckles is.
Well, it's because they turned him into a fucking joke for so long. So like I assume they were like, well, we don't know if he can really carry. We don't know if he's got a fan base. I don't think they thought that for Shadow. I think they already knew that he was super popular, so that's why they gave him his own year for real.
I
But
think
like the Amy thing, like you were saying, like I think that they probably looking back on that, I doubt they would have like let's say the Amy stuff happened next year instead, right? I doubt they would even give her the same promotion. They would probably just release games and be like, new character, Amy Rose, and like not make a big deal out of it. Because I feel
I mean,
like they
yeah,
wouldn't be able to,
that is true. Like with
you know,
year of Shadow, they've even put a label on it, whereas like Amy and Knuckles, they didn't really get year of Amy and year of Knuckles. They just kind of were
like I
just in.
feel
They
like
were just featured.
they could really only get away with doing like I don't feel like they could do a year of Silver. I don't think it would work.
I mean, to be
I feel
fair,
like Blaze.
if you're still ultimately releasing Sonic content, it's just Silver has a bigger role in it. You can still do Year of Silver.
You could do Year of Silver, but I don't think they would. Like I'm trying to think about like
I don't think they'd
how
promote
they
it on
deal
the
with
same
their
scale.
characters.
I don't think they would
I don't
promote
think
it
they
on.
like Silver. Like I feel like they don't want to use him.
Yeah, but they use him a lot in
Like-
IDW. They fucking overuse Silver in IDW.
Yeah, but that's
they
different.
overuse and underuse him at the same time. In that he's in it too much, but he doesn't do enough.
Yeah, I mean he's done enough. He's been through a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. IDW Silver is just kind of, hey, he's a softie, and that's just his kind of whole character.
I like that for him because he has not been able to have that for his whole life. To me, Silver, and I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, I don't like the new Silver." This is like good Silver for me because not only does he feel like a fish out of water, like he's displayed a lot, but he displays such a fondness and happiness in the simplest of things, like gardening or just being with people that aren't on fire, like dying. I mean, it just feels nice to me because like his backstory, and we know it's not the exact Sonic 06 Silver, but he's had shit going on his whole life. So if he just wants to sit around and garden for a while, all the power to that man.
I don't know what
He
you're
can do
talking.
whatever he wants.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about because that is not how time travel works. He prevented that future, so he hasn't lived a single fucking day in the flames of disaster.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
He's never experienced that.
Every time he comes back from the future, it's because the future sucks. That's why he comes back.
Yeah, well,
It
maybe
keeps
just
happening.
maybe for once, stop taking the easy way and going to the past and just deal with it from where you're at. Fix it
Guess he
instead
can't. I don't
of
know.
constantly. You can't prevent all the world's fucking problems. You can't prevent the heat death of the universe, Silver. So what you're gonna have to do is colonize some
think he'll be
fucking
alive for
planets, bring your wife, and go fucking set up a tent on Mars and chill. For fuck's sake, you stupid bitch. You only find him relatable because he's a beta male.
Well, it's a tier. We're talking about betas, so like I thought that was the whole point.
We're not even. How long has it been going on? And we're not up to the title topic. We've been going on for like 90 minutes.
Well, that's every episode of Sunset City. What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, like that's the yeah. You get your Wade and then you get your Knuckles near the end. But okay, Dylan, are you done with this PowerPoint? Are you done?
Yes. Yes.
Well, you know what that means.
Go on.
You're gonna pussy out of it again,
I'm
are you?
finished writing one sentence. Okay. Do I need music? Hold on, I need music. Hold on. Let us see. We'll do what do you think? We'll do Metropolis Zone.
Sure.
Why not? Okay, here we go. Let me just make sure it's the 30-minute extended version. Wherever it may be. There it is.
Hurry up, Dylan!
Don't fucking rush me!
I'm not rushing you, I'm colorsing you.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Shut up. Alright.
I think what you mean is time for you to disappear, Iblis Trigger.
Is this too loud?
Nah, it's fine, it's perfect.
Okay. Alright, can they see it? Are we good?
Yes.
We good? Okay. So, welcome to the definitive beta Sonic tier list. For beta males like you.
See, you literally do the thing to others that you hate me doing to you.
I'm talking to you, pup. Alright, number 10.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna count this as a beta design because it was changed in production. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. 10. The worst thing I've ever seen. In my entire life, I think. Evil creature, bent on destruction and chaos. Do not trust at any cost.
Can I be completely honest?
Don't say you like this, because I'm gonna leave the podcast.
I'm just saying, the more I look at him, the less egregious he gets.
Do you see the size of his fucking mouth? If he
but
smiles at you, he will have pointed teeth, I swear.
If he appeared in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie and you put him side by side with Rocket Raccoon, you could totally see it. He wouldn't look out of place.
Yep, but he's not in a Guardians of the Galaxy
No,
movie.
he's not,
in
right?
Hell where he belongs.
But you see what, like, so what I'm saying is, like, for a Sonic movie, yeah, you need Sonic to look like Sonic. But if Sonic showed up in a Marvel thing looking like this, I don't think I'd bat an eyelid.
I think I wouldn't see the movie. Anyway.
You would,
here we are with number 9.
If they put Sonic in a Marvel movie, you would so watch
I'm not gonna go see a shitty Marvel movie just because of Sonic.
What if it's a good Marvel? What if it's literally Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but they put Sonic in it?
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Guardians 3 is good. Why have you not seen that?
Because all of the Marvel movies lately and series have kind of been shit, so I haven't watched them.
Guardians of the Galaxy! Guardians of the Galaxy is good! Like...
Well, nobody told me that. I don't know.
I've been saying... I literally reviewed... I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I didn't see the movie.
Ah! You shit piece!
I don't watch a review if I haven't seen the movie.
I say at the start of the review, it's going to be a spoiler thing, but if you don't want it spoiled, just go see the movie.
Alright, well anyway, number 9, I've put Mr. Needlemouse, which is just an earlier design for Sonic. It's a little scrunkly. He's basically just a regular Sonic, except a little bit more wild hair, a longer tail, thinner shoes. I feel like he's got potential for emoting. Like, I like his smile in the top left corner there, and the bottom right, he looks kind of confused. I feel like it works
looks
for that,
like
but
he's
honestly,
going to offer children ice cream to get into his white van on the top left.
Well, I hope he wouldn't do that.
That was the most perfect timing on the Metropolis music as well. After that comment.
Next, we have number 8, Big the Cat. Look at this wild animal. And he was really big. Like, for real. See that? See next to Sonic?
I like the bottom
design,
left
actually.
one. The bottom left one looks like he's seen some coochie and he's gonna go get it.
I like the bottom right one because he looks like he's extremely stoned.
The one on the top
Or
right
really old.
is fucking Venom. That's literally Venom from Spider-Man.
He's scary, yeah. I mean, he's pretty cool. But he looks a little more feral. Looks like maybe he would have been eating the fish he caught. Who knows? But that one on the top left has got like some huge My Neighbor Totoro vibes.
Doesn't that make way too much sense that he would eat the fish, surely? Like, what else is he gonna do?
I mean, he's a cat, yeah.
Like, what else is he gonna do with the fish? What?
Here we have a rabbit design for Tangle that was, I believe it said this was concept art by Tyson Hess. And honestly, can't really take or leave this one. Like, I think the real design, like the final design, is absolutely fine. I think it's fantastic, but this is pretty cool. I like the idea of the ears stretching out and throwing people around.
Yeah, a question I've had about Tangle for a long time. Why she got kind of pronounced ass?
Well, anyway, I knew it. Like, I was like, if he says something sexual, I'm moving on. All right. I didn't have much to say about that one either, but this one's actually really interesting to me. If you didn't know, Blaze's design in Rush had a very, very different look. Like, I don't even know what to call this. I guess you could still say she's a cat, but the way that she's designed, it's very, like, it's sort of eliciting, like, the imagery of, like, a shadow, of, like, something like that. I don't know if they had a different name, I don't know much about this one at all. I just know that my thoughts on it are they probably didn't keep this because while it does look cool, I think it would have made emoting and like cutscene appearances and greater like art appearances probably really difficult. Like I feel like it'd be a hard design to read in terms of like emotion and stuff. And
I
that
like
was
the
Blaze's
idea-
entire arc in Rush.
I like
So,
the idea of a
you know,
Sonic
learning to
character
trust.
that is just darkness, except for the eyes. That's kind of a cool idea. I think they should save that for something else.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind this being used for something. It seems like it could be a very good, like Black Arms design or something. Like, it almost reminds me a little bit of Eclipse from the Archie comics, but obviously pretty different. It could have also just been, like, a superhero costume, too. Like, it could have been something you could take off. I don't know.
What's wait? Hang on.
like-
I'm trying to figure out how her hands work. I'm just looking at her hands right now. I'm trying to figure out. Oh wait, no, I got it figured out. I figured it out. She's doing this.
Again, that's like a readability thing, too. Like, if she's entirely a silhouette, then it's going to be really hard to tell certain features apart.
Yeah, but
That's why
silhouettes
Sonic
are
doesn't
cool,
have blue
dude.
arms.
Like,
you know?
there's the Sonic Sonic
You
Frontiers
hate
original
this? Why would you hate this?
original
Like, what's wrong with
cyberspace
this?
with the silhouette levels. That was really cool.
Yeah, no, that would be neat. I mean, again, if they do like some kind of, you know, game with Blaze playable, I would like to see that skin be brought
Alright.
back as a costume, sort of like these guys.
You're officially a piece of shit because you went out of your way to
What?
specify his pronouns at the start of this paragraph, but then you put he later on.
Oh, fuck off. It was an accident. Shut the shit up. Alright, listen. So this rabbit of varying names and designs, I like this character design a lot, but only about like half out of half, let's say. This is in 5th place because, I don't know, they very are like a classic Toon look. I really like the idea. Really brings back like Felix the Cat, early Mickey Mouse, stuff like that. I think I put it about halfway because it does look great in Sonic Superstars. But I couldn't have seen it, like, if they had stuck with this design, I couldn't have seen this going into, like, 3D and looking cool. You know, like, I feel like they would have had to do a huge redesign. It would have just kind of negated the point.
Just want to point out, like, it wouldn't make any sense for Sonic Superstars to have a classic Shadow skin. I really like
Yeah.
playing as Max the Rabbit in Sonic Superstars.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that this character has made it to a playable spot. So that's, yeah. That's Mach, Max, whatever the rabbit. Surge is an interesting deal here, because I've seen this concept art previously, and obviously she had a whole different row of designs where she had different costumes, but also different hairstyle. And I think that number 8 design down there is actually, like, super fucking cool. Like, the boots
Same.
are awesome. I think the striped shirt is sick.
I was gonna say number 7, kind of bad.
It's cool, too.
Kind
Cool.
of bad.
Like, I think a lot of these costume designs are, like, really solid. But, you know, as she is now, I think she's a great character. I just haven't caught up with the comics in a while, so I don't really know how those characters are doing.
Lenny, I'm edging to your... Oh my god, they're called Lenny Carl. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sorry, go on. Yes.
So this is where I started getting rushed, so we're going to... I had less to say about this. I always liked this design of Robotic, but not for a villain. Like, this is something I feel like they should bring this back if there's ever, like, a level that takes place... I was going to say a level that takes place in Robotic's dreams, but we already have that.
I mean, that could have been just
That would have
Mr.
been a great
Tinker.
reference.
Like, they could have... Like, classic Mr.
Yes.
Tinker. Like...
He also does... There is, like, a lot of, like, color palette similarity to Mr. Tinker from the IDW comics.
There he is.
But, yeah, they could have put this design in Dream Team. I think that would have been funny.
He's also...
Could've been
Like,
kinda
his shirt is very similar to the outfit of the Foreskin Thief, but I'm not going to try and claim anything there because, like... Obviously, like, I made the Foreskin Thief, whereas Robotnik has existed since before I was born. So, like, fair enough.
Yeah. Then we move into the ones that you're probably expecting. Tyrios as a concept was always really interesting to me because in SA2, I've always talked about this, and I think I've mentioned it on streams and stuff. The SA2 story is really funny to me because Sonic and Shadow don't look alike, but everyone thinks they're the same person, which I know people blame on, like, oh, the ignorant populace will say people are stupid and they don't know the difference. I hate that explanation because Sonic saved the world several times. He's been on the news, probably. So, I mean, sure, people could mistake them, but I think it's dumb. With this design, I think that story makes 100% sense. Like, if you saw this guy running around robbing stores at night, and all you saw was him from the back, you would say that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want to
100% that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want to poke a huge hole in your argument for a second here, and you can feel really silly.
What if I don't give a shit?
It's known that Sonic has lots of different forms. He's got super forms. Why would they not just think, like,
though.
Shadow's just another form, you know?
Because if we're talking about these people like they're stupid and they don't understand who Sonic is, then why would they even think a yellow Sonic is Sonic?
But they know
why would
he's
they
Sonic.
Even compare them?
They saw him fight Perfect Chaos and were cheering his name.
Okay, so you just poked a hole back in the same thing. Because if they know he's Sonic and they know that that's Sonic, then they know this isn't
so they know
Sonic.
that Sonic has different forms, therefore he could have a Shadow form for all they know.
Well, I know, but I don't think they'd be thinking that because they're not Sonic fans.
He could have just, you know, dyed his hair. Or, like, styled his quills differently. Like, you know, maybe they're just not assuming... Maybe they're not assuming that Sonic always has the same look, you know? I mean, I would probably sooner assume that there's just another hedgehog. But, like...
Exactly. Like, I don't buy it. I think it's some people could... Anyway,
I think you don't understand the story of SA2.
The Scar's cool. No, I just think that they wrote the story with this in mind. That's why.
Nah,
I don't think they changed it after this.
You don't understand.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Like, when you respond to everything I say with sarcasm and like the fake, nah, man, nah. It makes me want to kill you.
It's not sarcasm. That's not what sarcasm is.
Because this is what you do every single time we talk.
You like it.
No, I don't. Anyway, the last design is Venice. Silver used to be a lot different. Like, he used to come from the same place. He used to come from the future. But the idea behind this character was super different because he was actually blind and used his powers to sense the world around him.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I think that makes him so fucking cool because, like, not only is he in a doomed future with only one person helping him, like, you know, save the world, so to say, I feel like this would make him... This basically makes him into a fusion of Trunks and Daredevil from Marvel Comics with psychic powers.
I love the idea of Silver
and I think
being
that's
blind.
fucking insane. It's like... Yeah, like it works with his power set, you know? Like, it makes sense for him to have, like, these psychic abilities that help him see the world when he was born in a world where, you know, like, let's say he was blind from birth because of the horrible conditions in the future. But you know, that would make sense.
He looks very unhappy. He looks really upset.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'd be upset
he
too
comes from an awful place.
If someone pissed on my chest, I'd be upset too.
Sounds a lot like Toph. That's true. That it could be a bit of like Toph from Avatar in there as well.
The idea of like using echolocation
neat.
in gameplay for Sonic would be awesome though. Like, imagine like everything's dark, but you can see like the colored outlines of where you need to go and shit. Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, yeah, like Daredevil. I mean, like in gameplay, I wouldn't mind if he played the same. Like, I wouldn't want the entire world to look like that.
Well, but then that would defeat. Well, why would you want to play as a blind hedgehog then?
I'd see it more as a character development thing, because, like, if he can see the world with his powers, then he would just get around normally.
Also, I did think of one thing. That there is...
And maybe, like, when you use the powers, like, the screen could flash and you see it the way he does. You know, like, you could see it in, like, that cool style or something. I don't know.
I want to point out that there is one person that doesn't have an excuse for mistaking Shadow for Sonic.
Amy?
Yeah. But
yeah.
I think Tibby is just stupid. And I think you can just go with that as the reason.
To be fair, what?
And she's just stupid. That's the reason.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get why she would... I think even with the Tyrao's skin, even looking like this, I don't think she would have mistaken Sonic. Like, I feel like she knows him. Well
she knows him on, like, an intimate level, you know? Like,
yeah,
she's one of his best friends.
I think it's just a gag, I guess.
No, I know the reason why. I know the reason. The precise reason. Oh, it's over? Is that the end?
That was all, yeah. Silver #1, obviously.
All right, so I'm gonna show you why. Okay, this is gonna be the demonstration.
Why what?
Why Amy mistakes Shadow for Sonic.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
All right, the explanation is in the back rooms. Now, there you go.
This is why she mistakes Sonic for Shadow?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Are you not picking up on the answer? I'll chuck it up on the
Why does this image prove it? I don't know. I don't get it.
This image answers this image answers the question as to why Amy would mistake Sonic for Shadow.
Because of the classic Shadow skin?
No.
I don't know. You just gave me like the tiniest picture of Amy on the Sonic Superstars title screen, and I don't know what I'm supposed to think about it.
Take a close look.
Like you crop this, it's probably like 58 by 58 pixels. Like,
just take a close look. Can you find a single brain cell behind that facial expression?
Oh, I mean, I guess not.
She looks stupid.
I didn't know I was judging brain cells by just the look on her face.
Well, that's the thing is you're looking at her. You need to look past her. You know, you need to look through her. There is not
at her as a person, an individual.
There is not a single fucking brain cell in that head. She looks stupid.
The way she acts in SA2, that makes sense. It makes
dumb.
sense. Like the way she's always like, you know, those times where she's like standing next to them and they explain the whole plan, and then she stands there like 9 seconds too long, and she goes, "Wait, what? Where? What? Wait for me!" And then she follows everybody.
Yeah, that's the reason.
It's like she can't think in that game. I don't know why.
And I don't think they should shy away from that in future games. I think they should just openly acknowledge that she is stupid. Because she is. Just be honest about it.
She's stupid.
It's not regressive.
I don't know why they wrote her like that.
For her to be stupid. Why shouldn't she be stupid?
No, I think it is because in the ending of Adventure 1, she was like a badass, and she's like, "I'm gonna make Sonic respect me," and then in Adventure 2, she's like,
No.
Doesn't do anything except for the end.
In Sonic Adventure 1, she is fucking stupid because she's like, I want Sonic to like me. I love Sonic so much. I want him to like me. And at the end, she's like, I'll get Sonic to like me, and by then it will be too late. It's like, well, what do you want? What do you fucking want then? And then the lyrics of her theme song make no fucking sense. They are the ramblings of an insane... She's stupid. I'm putting up pictures on stream right now that prove that she's dumb. Here's some more pictures that prove that she's not very bright.
Wait a minute, though. If you looked like an SA1 model pup, I think people would think you were stupid, too. What? Let's be real.
Well, Tails doesn't look stupid.
Like, I think it's just like... I think it's just, if you're an SA1 model, you look a little stupid. I think that's how your facial expressions work.
I want to keep this tiny thing of Amy as a permanent addition to this. To put it, Anna. That's gonna stay there for now.
Look at her. That's not. She doesn't even look stupid there. She looks like really happy. Like
she
her
looks
friend
so
Tails is there.
Fucking stupid, dude.
No, she does. She looks super happy that she's safe.
I mean, you gotta be kinda stupid to be happy in this world where so much goes wrong.
That's such an upsetting true statement. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
To be happy in this world, you must be kind of fucking stupid. But yeah, okay. Stupid...
I think genuinely, I think the less that you think, the probably more happy you are. That's why they say ignorance is blessing.
Yeah, okay, so stupid... Anyway, are you seeing the stream? Are you seeing that stupid dumbass Amy is now officially a part of the Sunset City?
No, I'm glad that she's there.
She's like the one bit of female representation. Why are we calling Amy Biden?
Show. Well, people in the chat are calling Amy Biden because she can't recognize Sonic in SA2, and she also stands around and has no idea what's going on most of the time.
There was also that bit in... I say that bit like it's fiction. I saw a video of Biden going to kiss someone that wasn't Jill Biden, and Jill's just like, no, honey, I'm here. She's not even mad about it. She's like, no, I'm over here.
I don't want to talk about, like, Joe Biden too much because I feel bad about that guy. Like, I just feel bad that his family let him be up there and just, like, embarrass himself for so long.
It's not a good look on anyone's part. Like, let's be real.
I know. No, like, because I remember seeing... You know what's funny? Okay, I really don't want to make this about anything. But, like, my mom told me that something like... It was like Joe Biden's brother was the only one who was putting out statements that were like, he shouldn't be up there or something. And people kept, like just saying awful things about the dude's brother. And I'm wondering if it was, like...
His
like, he was the only one telling the truth. Like, he was the only one who was, like, looking out for him.
You could like, see from, like, a mile off.
It feels bad. Like, it feels awful.
You could see it, like, so obviously that you shouldn't be up there. Like, it was a bad look on all fronts. Dragon...
And that's why he should be the president in Sonic Movie 3. That's why he should be in the movie.
It should be his last act as president. Robotnik shoots them. He's like, What's going on?
Dude, I fucking need a video of Biden like watching the space colony arc get teleported. I need him to like sigh and put a hand on his chest in relief, and then he needs to look at the picture of Sonic and Shadow on his table that he couldn't have possibly taken because it couldn't possibly exist. And I need him that's the last shot of the movie. You see Joe Biden staring at the picture.
Adventure 2 where Sonic busts into the president's limo and President Biden is just like, is that Mario? You don't bust into a man's limo, so we have ways of dealing with it.
Mario and Luigi will save this world. I've seen it.
We deal with things at the battle box.
Alright, anyway. Enough about Joe Biden.
I'm gonna miss that decrepit old fool. Like, he's...
No, I hope he just, like, hangs out.
Listen, I don't have to worry about, like, American politics myself. I'm not affected by any of this, so I can just sit back and enjoy the unintentional comedy of Joe Biden as the president. So I understand if it's different to you Americans, but, like, he's my fucking favorite president ever, just because he's unintentionally hilarious.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But
the battle box. Battle box is... I saw the caption for the battle box video, and I knew it was
Americans solving our problems at the battle box is something that I'm never going to stop saying, I don't think.
The thing is, I saw the caption, so I knew he was gonna fuck it up and say battle box. But I wasn't anticipating the laughter to hit me like a train. Like,
the battle box sounds like something that you take your Beyblades to or something. Biden should have worn soap shoes. That would have been cool.
They should make that a thing. The battle box should actually be a real thing.
Wait a minute. What if he was entering the battle box, but like he gets out of the plane and he jumps on the railing and he grinds down the rail and he does a trick off the rail. That's why he can't walk down the stairs on his own, but he can do a sick grind kickflip.
You know who I think would actually, like, on a serious note, who I think would be the perfect Democratic candidate?
Dr. Robotnik?
No. Salty DK Dan.
Salty.
He would just go on every single Trump thing and just say he edges to it, and then he would win by a landslide just off of that alone.
I think he would win by a lot, yeah.
Like, yeah, if you've seen how hard he ratios the new norm every time, like...
I feel like Salty DK Dan should be the president. I think I would like that.
I like Salty. Salty's great.
He's a man of the people. He's a good man.
Yeah, he is. He's got his morals in the right place, you know, like, fuck yeah, Salty for president. Edge to the Trump administration. The ballot as we speak. You're writing him on the battle box.
write him in during the battle box.
So
he might as well be wearing soap shoes. That's a good one.
We've discussed religion. We've discussed politics. What else? What else?
Yeah,
have we
sorry
got
about
to talk
that to everybody who's watched the show today.
No, I think it's been great. I think this is the best episode.
I just want to stress, like, I don't like talking about this stuff most of the time, but when we discuss it, I want to discuss it in as like a low stakes, like, option as possible. I'm not in this to talk about like actual problems. Like, I'm not qualified to talk about real problems. Sorry. But I will talk about how the new Sonic Adventure skin for Sonic Generations looks a little bit funny.
Really, really not a big fan of wars, man. They're not good.
Yeah, no, I can agree. We're like anti-war here at Sunset City.
we don't like war.
Who would have thought?
I just this fucking thing of Amy on this fucking banner, dude. It looks like a souvenir. Like we were given this.
We went to like...
Amy gave us
this. It's a little
this.
version of me, Sonic. I want you to have this.
She was here in the studio and she gave us this.
It's like when a celebrity eats at your restaurant. You're like, can I put up a picture of you on the wall, please?
I really want to do, like, a top 10 savage Sonic moments from when he's just been needlessly mean to Amy. Like, I think one of them was in the little, the Tails Tube Christmas that came out last year, where she gets him, like, a framed photo of the two of them, her and Sonic. And he immediately takes the photo out and puts one of him and Tails in it.
It's so fucked up. Like, it's not even a picture of all four of them together.
Yeah, no, it's just him and Tails. He's like, oh, this is so nice. Thanks for the photo
that's
frame.
Like, Amy should be seeing that, and she should be like, oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's a moment in the Japanese dub of Sonic X where the crazy Robo is chasing after Amy, and Robotnik is there. And Sonic says to Robotnik, "Hey, Eggman, if you want to start chasing women around, why not pick a better girl?"
Oh my god.
It's so unnecessary that. Like, that's just
Why would he
utterly...
say that?
That's vicious.
That's so fucked. I was just thinking about X because I saw a screen cap on Twitter of I think it was the Japanese version because I saw subtitles, but it's like Eggman's got this new robot and it's on the other side of the lake, and he's like, "You'll never."
Oh yeah,
he's
like, just runs around
on the side of the lake, and he runs around the lake and he goes, "Damn."
IQ of 300. What's another amazing savage?
You're afraid of water, so you can't make it. Oh, what about when he tries to pretend that he's in love with her on the boat because he wants to get off the boat?
Yeah, that was needlessly vicious.
Like, actually really cruel and awful
That's like
thing to do.
Genuinely kind of psychotic.
Like, he literally like puts the moves on. Like, you see it in his eyes and stuff and everything. Like, he is literally being a bitch.
He
like,
knows that he knows he's got her eaten out the palm of his hand there, and he's just...
Wait, this is a good idea for an episode. We should try this. Like, we should come up with some fun moments like this, or like a rap-based Reddit idea.
Instances that prove that Sonic is a Jesse boy.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying instances of Sonic being a cruel, awful bastard.
There's the episode where he's meant to take Amy on a date. At last, he's actually agreed to do it. And he can't go on the date because he's fighting against Bokun and Emil. And then so Sam Speed comes over and he's like, "Oh, I meant to race with Sonic this evening." And like Sam Speed spends the day with Amy. They have a wholesome little subplot. And then Sonic rocks up. Sonic rocks up to where Sam Speed and Amy are at the very end. And Amy's like, "Sonic, you do care." Sonic runs right past her, goes up to Sam Speed, and is like, "Come on, Sam, let's go race."
Dude, actually, I was just thinking, because they have moments where he's so mean to her in that show, but then you have, like, that one episode where, remember she makes him, like, it's the beach episode, I think, and she makes him, like,
she makes him the bracelet.
Little, bracelet.
Yeah.
And he is so protective of it, and he's so nice, and, like it's weird. Like, you can tell that different people wrote different episodes.
But also, whenever, like, Amy, like, does her famous tackle hug, Sonic never rejects it. Like, he will usually put his arms back around her, too.
He, like, looks uncomfortable, maybe, yeah, but, like, he doesn't, yeah.
I mean, I think it actually goes quite well with what Sonic Team's official thing was. I think it's in a book somewhere. It's like, so what is going on with Sonic? And it's just like, oh, he likes her back. He's just shy. He's just awkward.
And it's just, like, not his priorities list at the moment. Like, it's not like he...
Well, I think that's the newer version. The newer revised version kind of under Flynn is kind of like, he's not in a position to have relationships, but he does love her back. Whereas I think in the X era, it was more, he's too awkward to express his feelings.
I think he's also like, I'm too cool for this. Like,
but it's so
I'm
funny
too cool
because
for all
it's
this
like,
mushy stuff.
It's so funny because, like, you could get laid so easily, dude. Like, what are you doing? But he's just fumbling the bag.
He doesn't care about that.
What's odd is for how mean Sonic can be to Amy in Sonic X as well.
Yeah.
The Japanese dub of Sonic X, I think, is one of the only official instances of Son Amy actually happening. And it's towards the end of it.
Well, I mean, in Black Knight, they were supposed to go on a date at the end, remember? Like, or maybe the Secret Rings?
Sure, but a date's a date. Like, a date is still a casual thing at the end of the day.
Are you saying a romantic, like a date that is typically, like, a romantic thing that doesn't count?
Well, no, it's like a date. You could go on a date with someone you don't even know, you know? All you have to be is like, okay...
I wouldn't call it that, though.
Well, no, you could. Like, you know, it's like if you, like, meet someone on an app or something. But, like, you're like, let's go on a date.
What
like,
I'm saying is...
You don't love them yet, you know? Like...
Wait, Badnick Mechanic says, should I join the call again? I don't know. I don't have 3 more hours. So maybe next time.
You talk a lot, Badnick Mechanic. But yeah, no, we are actually running quite low on time, so we probably can't do that.
We're about to do super chats, basically, but
Plus,
I appreciate it.
We'd have to start paying you after a while. And I know that to you that sounds good. To us, that sounds awful. X, though. Toward the end of the Meta X saga, there's this whole bit where, like, you know, Sonic's been away in space. Amy doesn't even know if he's alive or not anymore. And she's just kind of been waiting.
He finally comes back.
She's been waiting for ages, and she kind of said, like, she'd resigned herself to waiting for the rest of her life, and was like, please just tell me, that you feel the same and whatnot. And in the English dub, she's like, hey, here's a flower. Whereas in the Japanese one, the music takes over the audio. You don't hear Sonic say that he loves her. You just see the mouth move while the music drowns out, and it's like it's implied. It's implied. She runs into his arms, so it's like, yeah, he basically did confess his love for her in that instance. What's also kind of adorable is that the Japanese actors for Sonic and Amy, they're also singers too, and there's like a jazz event like annually that they will attend, and they did do a song from the perspective of Sonic and Amy, and it's like a little love song, and it's adorable.
That's nice. I like
totally,
that. In
totally
the English
out
version,
totally out of character for Sonic. But
doesn't like after they first get back to the Sonic's world, after like the initial thing, like after the initial seasons are over or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's a scene in the English thing where like Eggman and Deco and Boko are like fucking with Amy. Like I don't know, something's happening, and
Eggman they're just
like, oh, you're just mad because your boyfriend didn't come back, and like she I think she kills them. Like they get killed.
Yeah, she gets pissed.
Basically.
Fun fact, Deco and Boko were actually...
Remember, wait, didn't he say something like, maybe he stayed there so he could stay away from you? Like...
Something along those lines. But a fun fact about Deco and Boko, I can't remember what the name of the show was, but the director of the Japanese Sonic X, I mean, that is just Sonic X, but the director of it, the previous project he worked on had Deco and Boko in it. So when it came down to just Robotnik having minions, they were just like, hey, we'll do like a little cinematic universe thing. We'll just have Deco and Boko work for Robotnik.
Huh. I did not know that.
But,
that's pretty cool. I like it when people are able to reuse characters like that.
Yeah, the Japanese version of Sonic X does change up some events from the English dub for like people in the comments that might be a little confused. Things are definitely different in the Japanese version. Like, the Japanese version is paced differently as well. It's recut. And like, yeah, like Amy waiting for Sonic, there's much more of an emotional kind of base for that. I mean, like Molly, the fighter pilot from Sonic X, in the English dub, she just kind of goes off. She just kind of leaves. Japanese dub, she fucking dies. She dies. She fucking dies. I believe Gamma's death is cut out of the English dub, whereas Japanese version keeps it in there.
He just survives?
I think he just kind of goes. He just kind of leaves. He's just off. You know?
He just leaves. I mean, that lines up more with the Archie comics, actually. Because he just kind of fucks off and does his own thing.
There's also cute little sight gags. Like, there's the episode where they need to go underwater to get the Chaos Emerald. And they're trying to find ways for Sonic to breathe underwater. And there's the bit where he's got, like, a little hose pipe in his mouth. And while Chris is telling him what to do, he's holding up a sign that says, good kids don't try this at home. And then Sonic is holding up a sign that says, so am I a bad boy then? Whereas in the English dub, those signs just don't have anything on them. They're just holding up a white sign.
I don't get the 4Kids mentality of going like, oh, there's like writing on this? Okay, make it blank and pretend there's nothing there.
But the single most egregious thing for me about the 4Kids dub, and I understand why this needed to be the case, was because of the rights and stuff, the soundtrack difference. The soundtrack in the 4Kids dub is terrible. I don't know why so many fan projects reference the English soundtrack, but like, it's terrible.
I like the dun, 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 like that's not a bad riff.
It's alright, but it's nowhere near as good as anything from the Japanese version, like music-wise. Like, the English one is just, anytime there's a funny moment, it's like, wah, 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 wah. Whereas...
Alright, but you love the music that plays when Rouge shows up, right? Like, you can't get enough of that, I assume?
It's alright. I like saxophones, but like, the funniest thing is whenever Mr. Tanaka's on screen.
You hear that, and you probably get goosebumps, because you know she's about to show up.
The funniest shit is whenever Mr. Tanaka's on screen in the English dub, because my god, the Japanese style music is so in your face about the fact that the guy is Japanese.
But forgot about that.
The Japanese soundtrack is much more in the spirit of a Sonic soundtrack. It's a bit more synthy. It's got some rock stuff. Robotnik's theme fucking slaps harder than my dad. Like, it's amazing. And like. No, I'm just joking about that, by the way. But like, yeah, no, the Sonic X's Japanese soundtrack is fantastic. Like, even down to the fact that the Sonic Adventure 2 arc has Live and Learn in it in the Japanese version, whereas it doesn't in the English.
Yeah, I mean that automatically makes it better.
Yeah, just like why would you want the English one? Like, fuck. But yeah, I could gush about Sonic X all day. I love Sonic X. They didn't do ML justice, but I think everything else is really strong so far.
I mean, I guess they can't. Even with the changes in the Japanese or I mean, like the differences in the Japanese version, rather.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
I guess like a bad arc is still gonna be a bad arc. Like you can't fix the entire thing with a few extra scenes.
You can improve dialogue and stuff, but
you could try. Yeah.
Like that is the thing, is like the pacing and the cutting is a bit different in the Japanese one, but like at the end of the day, the content is still the same. And yeah, the content of the fucking ML arc just sucks. Like, yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got. I mean, what do you think? You think super chats or?
Yeah, I think super chats. It's gonna take us a while though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna take us a very long time. All right.
Oh, there's none, are there? Oh, there's two. Okay. You got me.
All right. You start. Porker.
Okie doke. We've got $199 from KB. Depth of field has gone the way of the ancients.
Say it normally. Say ancients.
No.
No, it's literally
KB gave me this gift.
It's been
so
proven.
I can do myself.
No, it's been proven. It's been proven now. Like,
I'm...
I think it was Mr. SP proved that ancient.
I'm right. I've always been right.
It's a T and not a C. It's pronounced ancients.
I refuse.
It doesn't. I just don't know why you have to. Why do you have to be so stubborn about this?
Because it's all I have.
You literally said yesterday in the Sonic Adventure 1 livestream that you have so much to offer.
I do, but not this. This is for me. I'm taking a stand. I would
do anything for love, but I won't
do that.
All right.
Share your super chat.
Borger. All right, so next up.
Thank you, KB, also. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, KB. Thank you for the $1.99 once again. Yes, the next Sonic game. Sonic P-Hole. Sonic and the P-Hole Parable.
Oh. Alright, the alliteration got me. That's funny. Parable is a really good word, too. I fucking love that word.
It's a good word.
So someone make a fan game called Sonic Parable, but don't make it like the Stanley Parable. Just make it a fun game.
I don't know anything about. Oh no, it's the skeleton. What will we do?
Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I think, so...
You gotta go to the bathroom. The show's literally ending.
I know. Like I'm saying, like that's my next course of action, I think.
Alright. You wanna hang out after the show? For a little bit?
I can hang out for a little bit, yeah.
I wish Dylan was a good friend.
Me too.
Alright, well that marks the end of our broadcast day. Dylan, what are you doing?
I'm going to be releasing a video about a very cool rock hack. Okay,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
What's happening to your audio?
How you doing?
What's happening to your audio? My internet seems to be fine. You are robotizing.
I mean, I can't hear it, but maybe I'm just getting all internet snafu. I don't know.
I tell you what. Go ahead, Daft Punk. Tell us what you're doing. What are you working on, Daft Punk?
I'm making a video about a ROM hack thing. It's gonna be out tomorrow or Sunday or maybe next week.
This is as funny as that time Trey turned into a fucking Dalek. You can kind of make out. You get the gist. All right. Well, aren't you gonna ask me what I'm up to?
Oh yeah. What are you doing, Pups?
Oh, you're clear again now. Do you want to just tell him really quickly what you're up to?
I'm making. It's a video about a ROM hack. That's all. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Okay.
Because it's not Sonic, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Me? I'm gonna have a review of Deadpool and Wolverine coming soon. I saw that yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and get that out around about tomorrow time. Today I put out a little filler video. I rescored the final battle of the Spider-Man 2 game with Sonic Frontiers music, just to prove that
Yes.
Sonic Frontiers music
It works.
is
Goes with
1,000
anyone.
times better than AAA cinematic orchestral white noise. No offense to John Paisano, he's an excellent composer. I think, when you got a game about a guy in a spandex suit soaring above the streets of New York, like, have something a bit more interesting,
Okay.
That's that then.
All
Well,
right. Good shit. That's Sunset City for the week.
what do you want to say as the last word?
I'm going to the bathroom right now.
Ignite dreams to life.